Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Joe CP back here again with another video, and today I'm gonna be breaking down another defense for you guys today, part of the mini series, the meta mini series. You guys have been killing it on the last two videos. I'm gonna leave both of those links in the description below. The last two videos included a really good defense at $1 and just a blitz, the contain glitch. But I'm coming back with another video, you guys, today just to follow up for that video. They patched it. I thought they were gonna patch it on the 10th, which really gave you guys a couple of days to use it, but they're patching it today as of when I'm recording this, 8:07 a.m. 9/8 September 8th Eastern Standard Time. So they're patching at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you guys aren't really going to be able to have too much time with that. So I'm going to go ahead and drop something else that they should not patch today, and it's going to be a blitz out of 146 dime. And this honestly is the new blitz that a lot of people have been running. Actually, more people have been starting to, a lot of pros have been starting to use 146 instead of the contain, just because they knew the contain was getting patched and 146 wasn't, and it's just as good as last year. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Hopefully you guys crush it in terms of thumbs up, views, comments. You guys have been killing it just in general when it comes to that, so I really do appreciate it. Also subs as well, so make sure to go ahead and subscribe so you guys can get more I would say buy daily tips and gameplays and stuff like that. I don't want to go ahead and say daily tips because it's sometimes hard to go ahead and get daily stuff out when I'm grinding Twitch as well, but sometimes I'm going to try to go ahead and start dropping daily stuff as well. Just depends. So you can do this out of Cover 2 Sync, or you can do this out of Cover 3 Sky. And just before we're going to go with the adjustments you guys already know. We got to go ahead and flip up the player personnel. That's one big thing that I'm always going to go ahead and stress. Player personnel is huge in Madden. Just knowing what players are supposed to be where, what abilities can be used where they can be activated, where they can help, where your fastest guys should be, where your best users should be. So for 146, your best user should probably be in the middle linebacker position because you're only blitzing 4. You should have 2 safeties here. Since, for the most part, if you're going to be playing MUT, if you're going to be playing regs, you can have a linebacker if he has like fast COD or good COD, or if he's just a fast linebacker or a good user. But more than likely, you want to go ahead and just use 2 safeties at the sub linebacker positions and have 2 safeties up top as well. So basically, you're going to go ahead and have, what is that? 8 DBs on the field and 3 D linemen. At any of these cornerback slots, the slot positions, you want your faster guys, just so you can get to the quarterback faster. I feel like since blitzes are kind of hard to come in general, and since the QB releases and everything is just so good and zones aren't the best right now, you want to go ahead and have the fastest guys there so you can have the best chance possible to at least get under pressure, maybe alter the throw. So maybe even get a throw at a sack. So that's why I would do that. But a lot of people are running the Cover 2 Sync or the Cover 3 Sky version. And the reason why they are compared to other blitzes is because if you look at that cornerback angle, that last one, not the DM, but the last one blitzing on the right side, you just see that the angle that he's running at. A lot of people like to use blitzing angles like that, especially in the beginning of the year, just because they look like they can be dominant. Same thing with the Cover 2 Sync at the bottom left, that left side cornerback. Next to the left end, well, actually, that would be the right end. Next to the right end, that left side cornerback is going to go ahead and be on that weird blitz angle. So that's why people like to gravitate towards those specific blitzes first, just because you see those blitz angles and you're like, oh, they're different than other blitz angles, so maybe they're going to come in different. So all you're honestly going to do is you're going to go ahead and press. You're going to shade up, and it's honestly really simple, and that's about it. No troll. You can man up your running back, and when I see people like Wesley, I don't know if you guys know him, Wesley 818, top MUT player right now on Xbox, but what I see him do is I usually see him sit in the middle of the gap, either manned up or blitzed. And if you want to man up, it's going to be on the running back just like last year. But it's honestly really simple. You're just going to press, and you're going to shade up, and that's literally it. And it's not a blitz that I would say comes in every single time, but it's still some good heat just because there's not crazy heat right now. As you can see, it just comes off the edge right there. So if you want to come in just a little bit more, man up your running back, maybe even scoot yourself into that gap a little bit. But all you're going to do is you're going to press, which is triangle, left stick down, and then you're going to QB contain. Double tap R1 or RB. You're going to move in this cornerback just in a step next to that end, just so you can have the best blitzing angle. And you can see I man up my guy personally. You don't have to. But the only thing I'd say you probably want to do is just for a second move into that gap and then not. And as you can see, sometimes he's going to get picked up on that outside. Sometimes he isn't. So, I mean, it's not consistent, like as consistent as last year where, 146 was coming in every single year. But I also like blitzes that aren't 110% consistent, just because, in my opinion, nothing is going to work 110%. Nothing should work 110% when it comes to blitzes. I feel like you should be able to have some counters for it. There should be ways there should be ways to block it. But if you're playing someone that doesn't know how to block it, then you might as well be able to sack them almost every single time. So as you can see right there, he was about to come off the edge. So the big thing about it is kind of just dancing in that left guard gap for a second. That's the biggest thing for me, right? Is because when you hover and you grab this control of this left guard right here, let me show you. It's going to be way harder for him to rotate over to that end, which means that cornerback's going to come in free because that tackle has to pick up the end, just as I say it happens. So that's why I like to go ahead and make sure that I always have some sort of attention on this left guard, just because it's just way easier for the blitz to come in. You see right here, I kind of get attention on the left guard. He stares at my user. Then he goes back to go ahead and double team the D tackle. And because of this, these two guys are going to be over here sent to a frenzy to block this one dude, and that cornerback just comes off the edge. So that's why these blitzes these blitzes have been so effective in the last couple of years, just because the O-line isn't the absolute best. The O-line AI is actually pretty bad. And even though EA has said they're going to go ahead and fix it, they haven't fixed it yet. So until they haven't fixed it yet, we're going to find ways to be able to abuse the O-line, sending just 3 to 4 people. It's not even a crazy amount of people. And like I said, since it's a 3 to 4 man blitz, it should never be 110% consistent. If someone's sending 6, then I feel like the chances of it to come in should definitely move up. But if you're sending a 3 to 4 man blitz, last year was really, really effective, 95% of the time. I personally don't like that. I want edge heat to be in this game. I'm fine with that, because getting heat is another, like, being able to adjust versus heat is another skill gap that always pops up in Madden. Are you going to be able to adjust to the new heat? Are you going to be able to dot the new heat? Just finding ways to stop this stuff as well. So with that being said, I personally like that the heat is in the game, and I like that it's not 110% consistent as last year. So let me go ahead and show you guys real quick. If you guys don't want to run out of cover 2, you guys can run out of cover 3. And for these type of adjustments, honestly, I would shade underneath. And the reason why I'd say shading underneath, and you don't have to press in a cover 3, by the way, and I personally wouldn't want to press in a cover 3 because you can get beaty over top. But the reason why I'd shade underneath is just because your opponent's not always going to know if it's going to come in or not. So if you have hard flats on the field and you are blitzing, even though it's not always going to come in, with the look of you blitzing every single play, your opponent is going to be scared. So to play underneath, it's just going to be triangle or Y to bring up your coverage adjustment screen, and then you're just going to right stick down to play underneath. And what it's going to do is going to tell all your zones to go ahead and just watch the shorter routes and jump the shorter routes. That's the first priority instead of the deeper routes. And it's going to turn your purples or your cloud flats into hard flats. And again, the reason why I like that is just because when you're blitzing somebody, you want your zones to be as aware as they possibly can in terms of short routes, because that's usually where they're going. Or that's at least where your opponent's going to try to go, because they think that the blitz is coming in. Even if the blitz isn't always going to come in, they're kind of just a little bit scared and threatened by the blitz and the blitz look and the fact that it has come in before. So they're just going to be a little anxious. So that's why personally I go underneath, just so I can jump the flats and stuff like that. Sometimes maybe I'll cloud flat this side on the right side. So the cloud flat is going to be on the quick adjustments triangle, circle, and then left stick down. Maybe I'll cloud flat that, what I mean, turn this into like a cover 3 cloud. But for the most part, I'm just going to run a cover 3 with the hard flats, just because I just want to make my opponent as uncomfortable as I possibly can. I want them to think that they always have to get a quick readout, even if the blitz isn't always coming in. And then when it does come in, because they're, even if the blitz doesn't come in 3 to 4 times, the one time that it does come in can be a big 3rd or 4th down where they feel comfortable, like, oh, I'm blocking this blitz every play, and it randomly screams. And that's why I feel like it's very, very big that the blitz isn't consistent. And the reason why you run it every single play and you mix up your adjustments is because the one time that you catch your opponent, because he may think, oh, this blitz isn't that good, or the blitz isn't coming in, or I know how to pick the blitz up, and then it randomly comes in, you're like, damn, I have, I just put myself in a big situation on 3rd and 4th down because I thought the blitz wasn't going to come in, and it did. So I definitely would say the cover 2 sync is more consistent, and I like the coverage out of it more just because it is a cover 2, so it's automatically killing the flats. So personally, I would run the cover 2 sync out of 146 first before you go ahead and run anything else. But yeah, I've seen a lot of pros run this 146. I haven't seen a lot of people try to replicate this at the 236 wheel or dollar. I tried to. It personally didn't come in. I think it has something to do, honestly, with the blitzing angles on the cornerback on that play. But I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit more and see if there's any ways for me to go ahead and get it out of dollar or 236 well. And if there is, it would definitely be the next video. But I hope you guys are enjoying this meta mini-series video. Drop anything down below in terms of recommendations for tips and stuff like that. I should be back with a gameplay soon, just giving you guys an update. I am the #1 MUT player right now, so just going through my team a little bit, play a couple of games, give you guys my opinions on some players. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.